Like to, Kim, are you on? Sorry, I should have asked. You're good? Okay. I'd like to welcome everyone out to our Layton City Council meeting this evening, May 7th, and I appreciate your patience here. Our start time is 7:06, and with our tradition, I do want to turn the time over to Councilmember Bloxham for our opening ceremony portion. So, Councilmember Bloxham.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I first like to invite Evelyn Bloxham up to the microphone, and she's going to help us say the prayer to open our meeting. Can you say it into that microphone?
What do you think?
Okay, you do it. You want me to do it? No, you do it. You can do it. Okay, you just fold your arms in. Fold your arms. Our Heavenly Father, we're grateful for all of our many blessings. We're grateful to meet together as a city to discuss the needs of our residents. And we ask you to please bless us with thy Spirit as we discuss these issues, that we can have the guidance that we are in need of. We're grateful for this great city we have. We're grateful for the first responders and for those in public works and all those who help make sure the city continues to function. And we are grateful for their sacrifice for the city. And we are grateful for all that we have, especially the freedoms we enjoy here and the great city that we have. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. You want to stay up here? Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to invite Andrew Bloxham up to lead us in the pledge. I knew she'd chicken out. Okay, you just say, lead us in the pledge, buddy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I love it. I love the variety that we get to have here when we each take a turn at doing the opening ceremony. And Andrew, you look very nice in your tie tonight. So thank you. Okay. Council, I've called the meeting to order, and I know we have several sets of minutes, but before we do that, I think I'd like to acknowledge the fact that we have a special guest with us here tonight from the Youth Council. So I've got Addison Hegspeth, and she's been on the council. Why don't you tell us how long you've been on the council, but then also perhaps I'm going to ask you a special question tonight, which I'll ask you now, and then you can answer them both. And that is, why don't you kind of explain the tour that you guys were able to take tonight?
Perfect. Well, I haven't been on the council actually too long. This is my first year on it. But tonight we got the opportunity to take a tour over to the police department. And we got to kind of see what a day in their life is like and look and see how they keep us safe, basically.
Okay. Very good. I love it because, like I said, that's what this youth council is all about. It's really understanding how the city works and functions. So thank you, and I appreciate you being here with us. So, council, I'll go ahead and bring it back to our minutes. Like I said, we have several sets of minutes, and if there's no corrections, then I would look for, just so I'm not repeating them, I'll allow whoever's going to make the motion to go ahead and state the date and what the meeting was about.
Madam Mayor, I move that we approve the minutes of Layton City Council work meeting on February 19th, 2026, the Layton City Council meeting on February 19th, 2026, the minutes of the Layton City Council work meeting March 5th, 2026, and the minutes of the Layton City Council meeting March 5th, 2026, the minutes of Layton City Council meeting March 19th, 2026, and the minutes of the Layton City Council meeting on April 2nd, 2026.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you. It's been moved in second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Also, I failed to acknowledge the fact that Councilmember Thomas was not with us tonight. He's asked to be excused. Okay, we'll now go on to our municipal announcements. So anyone who has any updates on events going on with the city, I'd appreciate you speaking up.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to announce for the Layton CTC, that's our Communities That Care Coalition, we are hosting a snack drive, and that is happening now through the rest of the month of May. You can donate snacks for our summer school program, or excuse me, our summer camp program. We host summer camp in 3 schools here in Layton City, and you can drop off donations of any type of packaged snacks to the Parks and Rec Department, which is just right off of Surf and Swim here on the city campus. And then also, we do have a parent survey that went live. I believe you can look at the Facebook page or Instagram for the Layton CTC, or Communities That Care. Scan that QR code, and we'd love to hear from all of our parents in the city about things that are important to you as we move forward in CTC. Thanks.
Okay, very good. Also, I'd like to go ahead and cover for Mr. Thomas, who is our liaison to the Parks and Recs Department, but we do have an event tomorrow night, Friday night, and that is game night. It will start at 5:30 here in the amphitheater, or the Bowery just south of us here. So all of you who want to come out and have fun with the games, just so you know, this is tied into America 250, our celebration, so a lot of the games will be based around that theme, kind of some old-fashioned ones, as well as just some good old family traditions. So anyway, come out tomorrow night, 5:30. We usually don't do that, but if you'd like to, go ahead. That's fine, if you'd like to. I'm going to call you out. Okay, so Councilmember Clenderanis, go ahead and acknowledge what you'd like to, because it is an icon in the city.
I heard that Coach Carter, which was one of my football coaches in high school, recently passed away. So just, he worked for the city, if I remember correctly, for a period of time, coached a lot of our youth at Layton High. So just kind of remembering his memory a little bit of him yelling at me type thing. So.
All right, you guys.
Yep. So that's all, Coach.
Okay, yep. Rest in peace. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, if not, then let's go ahead and move down to our citizens' comment portion of our meeting. If there's anyone in the audience that wishes to address us, please step up to the mic. Go ahead and state your name and what city you're from, and just know that we prefer that you keep it to a minimum of 3 minutes, but go ahead.
My name is Marilyn Hilton, and I'm from Layton, but originally I'm from Southern California, moved here 5 years ago. And while this has been the absolute best move my family has made, the one thing that I really find missing here that was in my old hometown is a dog park. And I know there's talk about making a trail, an off-leash area, and I have a small dog. And to me, that scares me, because big dogs are big, and they're intimidating to our small dogs. And our small dogs need a place, a fenced-in area where they can roam and be free and have fun and not have to worry about the intimidation of the large dogs. So I'm here to advocate for a dog park, and specifically an area that's designated for small dogs. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that comment. Okay, anyone else? Being that there's none, then I'm going to go ahead and move down to our consent items tonight. We do have 4 items on the consent, and just so you're all aware of it, I mean, the council can make one single motion as regarding all of the consent items, so we'll go ahead and hear them presented. To start out with, Mr. Tracy Probert will be presenting our tentative budget for the fiscal year 2026-27.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. Let's see, we turn this on. Is it on? Oh, it's on. Okay. Tonight I have for you Resolution 26-25, approving the tentative budget for fiscal year 2026-2027. Some summary points from that budget that we've been working on since December as a council and as departments within the city. The general fund, just over $49 million, almost $50 million. That's up 2.7% from the prior year. A big majority of that is COLA merit and market increases for personnel. And then there's also to be noted that general fund supported projects actually decreased in this budget just to keep the budget in line with the reserves that we have and so forth. Citywide, the total budget, including utility funds, $140.5 million. That's up 11% from the prior year. About $5 million of that related to road projects that are funded by outside sources, particularly Davis County, and then a large majority for utility projects. $3.3 million in capital equipment, $26 million in capital projects. It's anticipated that sales tax revenue will be slightly higher than this current year that we're in. We're estimating 2 to 3%, and so that will help us cover some of these increases that we see. Some of the major projects to point out, our second payment on a fire ladder truck, so that's a 3-year process. We're on the second payment in that. Ambulance, parks projects, street maintenance, and other projects there as well that I've already mentioned. And then utility projects, including secondary water line projects that are partially funded by grants. So those are some of the highlights. Citywide, if we look at that, we can see our revenue sources, sales tax, not quite 26%, charges for services 42%. Of course, that category includes all of our utilities, which make up a large portion of that. Citywide expenditures, compensation around 44%, operations at just under 30%. It'd be good for the public to know that that number is where it is because we pay North Davis Sewer for sewer processing, waste management, and Wasatch integrated contracts for garbage processing, and then we have Weber Basin Water that we purchase water from as well. So those large contracts that we have make up a very significant portion of that operational expense. On the general fund side, we can see that our revenues come in 55.5% from sales tax, 21.9% from property tax, and 11.2% from municipal energy tax, which is gas and electric, and then some other minor taxes and fees that are in there that make up the difference, but the bulk from those 3 categories. And where does that money go? In the general fund, which is the tax dollars, around 49% of that is public safety. So between police and fire service, we spend about half the budget. We have some in community development, public works, parks and recreation, then our administrative departments of admin, finance, and legal, and then a couple other small categories. It would be good to note that the ambulance operation of the fire department is not part of the general fund. That's paid for in a separate enterprise fund. So if it were to be included here, I think it's good for the citizens to know that a large portion of the money that gets put into our budget is for public safety, directly benefiting them, and then 10% for parks and recreation. So. In this budget, it is proposed a sewer rate increase of $3. That will bring the city sewer rate to $40 a month. Also next year in the budget, North Davis Sewer District is proposing a $2.50 increase. So we had an increase in this current year, for this next year, and the following year. After those 3 increases, the proposed sewer rate will be around $43. Also in this budget, there's a proposed increase for garbage services, garbage and recycling. Some of that is a pass-through from Wasatch Integrated, where the city takes all of their garbage for disposal, and the remainder part is part of a contract with Waste Management and their services to collect the garbage. So the first can is proposed to increase $2.35. The second can, $1.75. Recycling can, 50 cents. So the rates on the first can would go from $13.65 to $16. That's my summary for the budget. With the adoption of Resolution 26-25, it's also important to note that we'll be setting a public hearing on this budget for June 4th, 2026 at 7 p.m. That hearing will most likely get continued to June 18th, when we would propose to make any changes and adopt the final budget. Another important item to note in this budget for Layton City is that it does not propose a property tax increase, so there's not a property tax increase in this budget. With that, are there any questions?
Council, do you have any questions? I will make just one quick comment in regards to that ladder truck. I've had the opportunity to, go out on several different fires, and in particular, the one that we had last week with the Dairy Queen. We desperately need that ladder truck because we have to rely on Hill Air Force Base, even though it's a great partnership and it's good training, good for them, and shows that symbiotic relationship. It just definitely bodes to the fact that this is something that our department needs. So thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's no other questions. Oh, sorry. I didn't see that.
Just thank you, Madam Mayor. The final sentence that you had, I think, is important just for our residents to know, like, another year with no property tax increase in the city. So this is, Clint and my 7th time here as in the council, and we haven't had one. That's not done by accident. It's not done by chance, right? And so I just thank you to the staff who put together this, the finances, and I think the good decisions that we've made over the course of the time all of us have been up here making decisions, because we don't want to raise taxes, and 7 years in a row haven't done that. And I don't say that as self-congratulatory. It's just, I think that's the way we should be doing things. So I appreciate all the work you do. Thank you.
Yep.
Very well stated.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to item number B, which is a bid award with Gladwell Construction, and Ms. Joellen Grandy will be presenting that to us.
Well, good evening, Madam Mayor and City Council members. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. I come before you to represent Resolution 2622, which is to authorize the execution of an agreement between Layton City and Gladwell Construction for the Andy Adams Park Improvements, Parks and Recreation Project 2502, which is to be located at 1713 East, 1000 North. The project includes the installation of a new restroom facility, concrete pathways, an asphalt trail, new parking lot light poles, and the installation of new irrigation and landscaping improvements. I do have a map here that just helps for everyone to know where this is located. The area that's highlighted in red is the project improvements, and this is a image that demonstrates the site plan for the area. We had an open and advertised bidding process that was posted on March 4th of 2026, and we had 10 contractors that submitted contractor qualification statements. Of those, 8 were qualified to bid on the project, and then on April 14th, we received 7 bids, with Gladwell Construction LLC submitting the lowest responsible bid in the amount of $379,819. Tonight, staff recommends the council adopt Resolution 2622, authorizing the city manager to conduct negotiations and execute the agreement between Layton City and Gladwell Construction LLC for construction of the Andy Adams Park Improvements, Parks and Recreation Project 2502. Are there any questions?
Okay, council, any questions or comments? I see that logo down there. That's why I'm looking at you.
Oh, no, so I do have a couple of questions. The ramp logo there, the actual project, oh, here we go. You were supposed to help me, Mike, with my mic. I know. The ramp logo there, this project, the entirety, I think the project that we had approved was $700,000.
Yes, that was the amount that was approved through ramp.
This is a little more than, half. So that's...
Yeah, there's also additional costs that are included with the consultant fees.
Okay.
And then we have water exaction fees to pay, and we are purchasing the light poles separately through the city. So there are also security cameras, but yeah, we did come in. There was, as you can see from the bids that were submitted, we had on the high end $652,000, and then on the low end $379,000. So we had quite the variation between numbers that were submitted. More just pleased that we were able to come in with a low number and a good company too as well. So we're excited to work with them if you approve it.
Thank you. One other question. The play, what do we call it? The big toy there, kid from the 80s, the playground equipment for the kiddos. How much lifespan is left in those?
For Andy Adams Playground? We recently replaced a lot of the equipment. I believe just last year we had a lot of pieces of the equipment that needed to be repaired. So hopefully that will carry us through a few more seasons, but it is on our list within the 5 years to update the playground too. So we're looking to rejuvenate all of our existing parks as we can.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
This looks great. I appreciate the slides. I know it's Joellen's slides because look at these things. They just look amazing. And congratulations on your new
Thank you.
position with the city. So we were all so happy to see that you accepted that and that you're still with us. So that was all I needed to say.
Thank you.
Yep, that was going to be my last thoughts had none of you ever had not mentioned it. But yes, congratulations, and we're very pleased, and tonight's performance is exactly why you're here. So thank you.
Thank you. And I do want to just recognize that we're grateful for this being a ramp project that would probably not be happening if it had not been approved. So thank you to you all.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. We'll now go on to item number C, which is to adopt the 2025 Layton City Municipal Wastewater Plan, and Mr. Steve Jackson will present that to us.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. It's good to be with you tonight. As mentioned, for your consideration is the adoption of the 2025 Layton City Municipal Wastewater Planning Program Annual Report. This report is required by the State of Utah Department of Environmental Quality. It requires us to complete the report every year and then adopt it by resolution. So as we go forward, there's three parts to the questionnaire that they send out every year. There's a financial evaluation, collection system evaluation, and there's also treatment facilities. You'll see a big gap in that report that we don't fill out because we don't have treatment facilities, but North Davis Sewer District takes care of all that very well for us. As far as the financial evaluation goes, the system replacement cost is estimated at $400 million. The average monthly user charge for 2025 was $38.07. Our capital facilities plan was updated in 2024 with the latest wastewater master plan that we completed then. Over 20 years, we have $24 million worth of projected capital improvement costs that are in that capital facility plan, and then our operating revenues and reserves are in line with our system requirements and projected revenues that you can see in that report. As far as the collection system goes, we're up to 255 miles of pipe. Thankfully, there's only 0.4 miles of pressurized line in the city, so we don't have to deal with a lot of that. But the largest diameter is 18 inches. It's average of 9 feet deep, and the oldest pipe is that 18-inch pipe that was installed back in 1956. So we watched that one, and someday it'll get replaced, but right now it's still in good shape. So we do have one lift station out on the west side of town that pumps 255 gallons a minute. We do have 7 grade 4 operators, collection system operators. That's the highest grade that you can be here in the state of Utah. And we did have we didn't have any reportable sanitary sewer overflows for the 2025 year. So with that's the summary of the report. Staff recommends the council adopt Resolution 2623 and authorize the adoption of the 2025 Layton City Municipal Wastewater Planning Program Annual Report, and authorize the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Are there any questions that I can answer for you guys?
Any questions?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for staying there. You're up next on the item D.
All right. For your consideration is Resolution 2624, which is the approval of a water exaction credit and land conveyance agreement. This agreement will authorize the execution of this agreement between Layton City and Keomac. Keomac owns real property located at approximately 3700 North Fairfield Road, which they intend to develop. It's identified on the screen as the lot number 5. Their existing facilities are on lot number 4 at the north end of Fairfield Road. They also intend, or with that expansion, they need to provide a water exaction of 12 acre-feet of water. The city also is planning to build a roundabout at the top north end of Fairfield Road. Highlighted in black is the area that is required for that roadway that Keomac owns. So the city feels like it would be beneficial to both parties to receive that property. Keomac would convey that property to the city in exchange for the city crediting 12 acre-feet of water to this development that Keomac is building. The city, and Keomac have agreed to satisfy that water exaction requirement through the conveyance of that property. And so the agreement is that 0.41 acres of property would be conveyed from Keomac, and the city will credit that 12 acre-feet to the development when the development is completed. So staff recommends council adopt Resolution 624, approving the water exaction credit and land conveyance agreement between the city and Keomac, and authorize the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Are there any questions that I can answer for any of the council?
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, I've already asked you this question, but I think it'd be good. It's your understanding that they reclaim the majority of their water in the process. Is that correct, Steve?
Yeah, as I've toured their existing facility, they do have very water efficient processes up there. They don't use a lot of water for the size of their facilities, but they do have different parts of the process that they do reclaim that water as they put it to use.
Anything else? Okay.
And I asked this question in the work meeting also, but I'll just bring it up here for the benefit of the public. My question was if this was initiated by Keomac or by the city. And so if you could just speak to that and the mutual agreement.
Yeah. So we had initiated the discussions about the property and the roadway with Keomac, and then throughout that discussion, they actually brought up their intention to build this warehouse that they're proposing. And so then it became kind of a mutually beneficial discussion that we need this ground, we need to pay for it, and they really didn't necessarily want the cash. They needed to build their facility, and so at that point it was kind of a great option to say, hey, let's work together and benefit the city and this development as we move forward. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. What do you contemplate the Fairfield Road to the east? Is it going to loop eventually, or what's the idea?
Yeah, eventually it will extend to the east all the way around the north end of the golf course and then back down into Church Street and that 1700 East area by the waste management facilities.
And do we have that property, or?
No, that property is actually owned by the Sun Hills Golf Course, and so as future developments occur, that's when we would anticipate that road would extend all the way past the end of this property line.
Well, all I can say is that I appreciate the forward thinking here and really reacting now and when the opportunity arises itself. So thanks for doing that. Okay. There's no other questions then, Council. I'll go ahead and bring the consent items back to you for action.
Well, Madam Mayor, I move that we adopt Resolution 26-25, which is the tentative budget for fiscal year 26-27, and set a date for a public hearing on June 4th, 2026. That we adopt Resolution 26-22, a bid award for Andy Adams Park improvements. Adopt Resolution 26-23, which is the 2025 Layton City Municipal Wastewater Planning Program Annual Report. And adopt Resolution 26-24, which is the approval of a water exaction credit and land conveyance between the city and Keomac.
Excellent. Is there a second? Second. Okay, thank you very much. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you very much. That concludes our consent items. We'll now move on to our public hearing portion of our meeting. So I'll turn the time now over to Mr. Weston Apolloni regarding a rezone request.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Good to be with you tonight. The property owner and applicant, Steve Klinger, is requesting a rezone for 8,961 square feet located in the rear portion of the subject property. As you can see on the map here, it's the area identified in red. The applicant owns both properties, the piece that is being rezoned as well as the neighborhood. If you look at the laser behind you, he owns this home as well. The purpose of the rezone to an R18 is for him to incorporate this portion of the of this home's lot into this home. And so his intention is to rezone to the R18 zone to match the home's zoning. On April 14th, the Planning Commission voted unanimously to recommend that the council approve Ordinance 2609 to approve this rezone request from RS to R18, subject to meeting all requirements in the staff memorandum. Staff supports the recommendation of the Planning Commission. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay, council, do you have any questions? If not, then I'll entertain a motion to open the public hearing at this time.
Madam Mayor, I'll make the motion to open public hearing.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this is a public hearing, so if there's anyone who wishes to speak regarding the rezone request, you're more than welcome to. Once again, come up to the mic, state your name and what city you're from. Okay, seeing that there's no public comment, I'll go ahead and bring it back to the council to take action and close the public hearing.
Madam Mayor, I'll make the motion to close public hearing.
Okay. Is there someone that would like to take action regarding Ordinance 26-09?
Do you mind if I ask a question, Weston? Sorry, I didn't mean to have you stand up. Sorry if this is reductive, but can you give me a reason why, like the purpose behind this?
Yeah, absolutely. So the biggest reason is there's a component we do try to keep the zoning the same on the parcels. However, the biggest reason is there is different height requirements or allowances for accessory structures in rear yards. And so if they build an accessory structure that straddles that property, how do we manage that, right? So all this really is doing is keeping the standards in an easy way to comprehend for the city and for the resident.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Before you step away, do you have any other comments? Otherwise, I'll entertain action regarding the rezone request.
I do have one. So when you had the pointer up, you were identifying the project area, which is in red, but then you also mentioned, did you mention this other property here as well?
Yeah, the applicant owns this property as well as this home as well.
So this is one lot below here?
This is all one lot. And once this rezone goes through, if it goes through, they would come in with a subdivision amendment to incorporate this into a full subdivision lot.
Okay. And that's to make the backyard bigger, essentially,
right.
So that they, okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Before you take any action, if there's one last question, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I need some action taken here. I need a motion, yes.
Madam Mayor, I make the motion to adopt ordinance
That was already done.
26-09. Do you need more than that?
Okay, being that this is a public hearing, there is a motion to go ahead and adopt ordinance 2609, so I'll do a roll call vote on this. I'll go ahead and start. Oh, excuse me, yes, I do need a second.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do a roll call vote on this. I'll start down here with Councilmember Moore.
Aye.
Councilmember Clendranis.
Aye.
Councilmember Smith Edmondson.
Aye.
And Councilmember Bloxham.
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much. It is a unanimous vote, so we appreciate that. And that is actually the last item on our agenda for this evening, so if there's no other unfinished business, I'll entertain a motion to close.
So moved.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate everyone here. I'll go ahead and acknowledge that, and hope you have a good evening and be safe. Thank you.